Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back out here at storage, getting more work on the Spitfire done, and I'll be damned, I made some progress. If I'm looking a bit pleased with myself, it's because I am. What I've been battling with was getting the engine mated back up with the transmission, and I finally got it. I mean, you can tell by the look of my hands. you know, I've been getting them greasy and dirty, and wiggling the chain back and forth and lifting on the engine. Ultimately, what got was between my wiggling, getting the transmission in just the right spot, and seeing the flywheel start to enter the transmission. I had a bar on the front of the crank, and I just barely turned it, to where I felt it catch the splines of the main transmission input shaft, where the splines line up with the splines inside of the new clutch disc. So, and I have it in fourth gear, so I got it high gear. So when I hit those splines and it slid in just right, you could feel resistance. And you only got like maybe this much play out of it, or whatever. But I mean, it was enough to know, okay, I'm in the splines. So then I took a bar, went down up underneath. There's a bar. It's basically your rack and pinion shaft down here. I don't recommend you pry on it too much, but all I had to do is take a bar, slide it down under there, and hit the bottom of the front pulley, and just kind of wiggled it, and it started just sliding on in. I will say, if you have to pull your engine out of your Spitfire, if you own one of these cars and never have done this, or you're thinking about getting one, eventually you will have to do this. I would recommend just take the front bonnet off. You just have to disconnect those little bit of wires up there, and just keep track of what goes where. But you disconnect that one little wiring loom, and take the front overriders off, and take a nut and a bolt out, and take loose your prop rod, and this whole front end will come right off. And just take out your seats and the transmission tunnel and stuff inside the car, so you can get to the drive shaft to unhook it from the back of the transmission. Seems like a lot of extra work, but in the long run, it is worth it. I've been battling with this for, I came out here for like a day straight battling it, couldn't get it. Actually, probably like more about 2-3 hours was the time frame I had. Couldn't get it. I came out here today, and I finally got it to slide together. So, that's what's going on with that so far. Keep in mind, when you pull out the engine out of one of these Spitfires, and you leave the transmission in and the bonnet on and all that, pardon my mouth, it is a major pain in the ass to get the engine and the transmission to mate back together. And it's all because of the transmission input shaft. It's got a splined gear towards the back of the shaft that slides through the clutch disc, on the back of the engine. So, and getting the very front of the input shaft has to slide into, I think it's like a hole or something in the back of the crankshaft. It's got to line up perfectly, slide in. And then you got to line the splines of the gear up, which that's not too bad. But then there's still a lot of pushing and tugging and pulling and cursing and, wondering why the hell did I even attempt to do this? But once you get it together, it's all good. But it's a little more time consuming in the beginning to take out the engine with the transmission, because you got to remove a good part of the interior, to get out the transmission tunnel and all that. And this thing, it's not a real bad to get out. It's just like the bolts up in here are kind of an awkward place. So, but it's more time consuming in the beginning, taking all this out. But in actuality, it will probably save you time in the end, where you have to wrestle that damn engine back onto the transmission. Because honestly, that took me forever. And I got a little bit more news. The reason I'm rushing this now, which I'm gonna make sure it's all done right, but I'm trying to hurry up and get it done, is in about 2.5 weeks, there's a car show happening, literally right down the road from me. And it's like a $10 entry fee. So, guess what little car is going to be going to the car show? That's right. This little one right here, my 78. It's actually, as I said before, it's titled as a 79, so I'll probably have to enter it in the car show as a 79. But yeah, you know, the one I've been busting ass on and trying to get work done on, you know, now that I've got the engine mated up, this weekend I'm going to finish up, you know, the radiator and hooking everything else up over Labor Day weekend. And hopefully by Sunday, I should have it drivable again. And then the following week, it'll be the weekend, 2 weekends after that is when the car show happens. So I should have no problems having it ready for the car show in time. I know it's not going to win any trophies. It's not about winning trophies. I'm going out there purely for the fun of it, and to let people check out this neat little British car. So hopefully I might run in some other British cars out there. But while I'm out there, I am going to, if they will allow me to do it, and of course I get the owner's permission of the other cars, being out there shown. Yeah, I'm going to take my camera with me, and my good camera, and try to get some footage of the car show event, and all that, and hopefully maybe a few people might agree, to let me do like an individual showcase of their car on my channel. So keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping that turns out really well, and we get some really good additional bonus content for this channel. So, but as always, I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I'm working hard in this car to get it going by the car show that's coming up on September 17th, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you footage for that. So again, appreciate you watching the channel. Leave some comments down below. If you want to stay up to date on when I post new videos, hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, Special and Unique Classics. So until then, keep them on the road.